Last time on Danganronpa 2, Goodye Despair.
I guess we'll look in Hiyoko's room, right?
Guess so.
If I can click on it. Assuming it doesn't teleport us back to the freaking hotel or something.
No,
random.
Pecco's cottage.
Yeah. She was cautious of you guys too, right?
However, her fear of the disease was not the only reason she locked herself in her room.
Uh-oh.
Are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Stupid! What are you saying? Of course I can do it, because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
If that is the case, how about you do it someplace where there is a mirror? Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room at the music venue?
A person wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head appeared. I didn't know who it was because their face was covered. But now I know that must have been Ibuki.
And Hajime hasn't put together that there were 2 hemp bags, which Monokuma specifically mentioned when we went to the movie theater, and also the fact that the person that was hung from the ceiling had very long hair and the person in the video footage did not, which clearly means that they were 2 different people, but Hajime's too thick to put it together.
Well, I mean,
Oh, yeah, I need to investigate the conference room on the 2nd floor. I'm heading over there. What the heck? She ran away all of a sudden.
almost like maybe we peed her off.
See? A black curtain that blocks light, and it's also long enough to reach the floor. It's perfect.
That's why it was so dark. So, is something wrong with it?
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, is this about Kazuichi?
She's very sensitive today.
I'm still in the middle of investigating, so it's a secret.
Yep, Kazuichi really did a number on her.
What the hell?
The class trial's gonna start, you know, so make sure you guys come to Monokuma Rock ASAP! I'll see you soon!
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now, and the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Of course you're not.
You
He already knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received 1 ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes! No mistakes there!
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it.
Good day, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays Danganronpa 2 Goodye Despair, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
I'm Pete.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Taylor.
Nice. And just before we hop on in, you know what we're going to say, right? You know that thing?
know
you know,
the drill.
you know the shilling thing that everyone does at the beginning of... Well, to be honest, I
A
suppose
shilling? You want a
they might-
shilling, Gov?
They might not...
Don't even get on the shilling lark again. Jesus,
It's
I've only
possible
just
that
cleared my name.
I suppose we are particularly bad in the fact that we basically we go begging in the first 2 minutes. But I mean,
We ask nicely.
but yeah, if you do like what we do, why don't you hit that like button, drop a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell,
Yeah.
and with that, let's ask
It's
Hajime.
trial time, baby.
Then let's ask Hajime. Let's ask Hajime. I don't know why I said it that way.
Stop.
How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's...
Possible. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Pete's got happy trigger finger again.
I've got trigger happy havoc fingers apparently. That's why the
Finger
killer
happy havoc. Oh wait, no, that sounds bad.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
No, not the closed room murder mystery again!
Oh, Casper. What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Actually, do you think that maybe that goo was to hold the drumstick up? And then what they did was they turned the heat up, which A, wrote the time of death, but then B, they attached the drumstick to the goo, put it on the door, walked out, and then once the goo melted, the drumstick fell into place.
That sounds pretty sophisticated, but I mean, maybe. To be fair, I mean, I feel like far more complicated things have happened in these games, so maybe.
Yeah, I feel they've got to have done that sort of afterwards and then like let themselves out and done something.
I don't know.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis.
Quick, Miss Sonia, say we were making out in the closet. Please.
No!
Oh, God, no!
No!
Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundham met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
Me too?
Hey! Why are you talking like that, huh? Oh no.
You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Was that Nekomaru's voice?
I don't know, maybe.
No idea.
Please stop making bad jokes!
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
The killer was inside the music venue. Hiyoko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? Dagu.
Dagoog.
Semi-transparent globs in the list of
glob.
items. All right, let's do a read. The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
Oh, Sarah, have you freaking got it? The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Hey, are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
That person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence. Okay, killer was inside the music venue. Locking the door.
Okay, yeah, I think it's a semi-transparent glob on that first
On
one.
that one, yeah.
Stall for time. I had a lot. The lock was on the door, on the floor in front of the door. You're talking about the broken drumstick. Use that to lock the door by doing that. Suddenly appeared. Semi-transparent glob, eh? You think?
It's gotta be. So
I think.
It's either that or that memory statement. The memorized statement, maybe. Oh no, it's not a memorized statement.
No. There we go.
Yeah, well then. Yeah. No, that's wrong. No, you were wrong. Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside. From the outside? How? If there was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door, maybe that's what they used. Semi-transparent glob? Like rubber, maybe? It wasn't rubber at all. That semi-transparent glob was probably
Glue.
Gummy? Glue!
Glue. You said it didn't like Chiaki tasted
How's
it.
this? Yeah. That semi-transparent glob must have been glue. Glue?
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, I mean,
Well, you
'cause I
tasted,
tasted it.
yeah, I actually tend to think it's more like a silicon filler of some kind, but I mean,
Yeah.
the point is it's an adhesive.
Yeah.
It had a firm gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
Chiaki, maybe you shouldn't eat that again.
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
Oh god, don't give her ideas.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, significant, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
But then they're going to ask
So then they left the broken drumstick to throw it off.
Yeah.
red herring.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap!
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me! However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
Eh.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
What?
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits!
What unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Earlier?
Earlier?
Oh, God.
Earlier?
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed.
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof. Oh,
How did you get that?
I picked it from Hajime's pocket. I mean, he didn't need it. He was busy with his going on about the lighting for 20 minutes.
What the?
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue? That's right. But just what is this scrap anyway? But what is the scrap?
Oh, come on!
That scrap. It was stuck on the baton lighting in the music venue. Now, I should be able to figure out what it is.
Big brain moment.
Oh no, logic dive.
Oh, no,
Hangman's
Hangman's
Gambit.
Gambit. Ugh.
Oh, here we go. Now I've got to remember the buttons again.
So it's wallpaper, isn't it?
Wallpaper? Yeah, okay.
Okay, so there's D's.
W.
W.
Another one.
Another one. Okay.
Another
A.
Uh-oh, get rid of the R.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well.
This doesn't feel very improved to me, I must say.
No.
No.
Oh, my
fucking
goodness. I need another L, man.
Where's the L?
There's still no L!
Get rid of it. Get rid of
There's
There's the L.
Quick.
Oh, shit.
You,
Get rid of that.
Well,
Get rid of the
paper,
L.
P. It doesn't matter. We'll be fine. E.
Boom. Boom.
Need an
Oh, wait.
A.
A.
A. Sugar. A, B.
Get rid of the W.
No! Oh, bugger!
E. There's
yeah.
another one.
E.
E.
Now we need an R. Oh,
Oh
God.
my goodness. E. Boom.
Noosh.
Got there.
I got it.
I did it, guys! Look at my big brain. That scrap isn't it a part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
Yep.
In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so...
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught in the lighting with the tear on the wallpaper... See? It fits perfectly.
Well, I mean,
It's so
Okay.
lucky I happened to bring along the rest of the wallpaper.
I mean, even the texture's totally different.
I know.
Yes, Nagito, it does. Sure.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper. What's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing? Yes, it does.
Maybe.
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that.
Ugh.
But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
That scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body?
Yes. Yes.
If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. All right, let's give this a try.
Logic time.
There we go.
Dun 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 dun. Dun. Okay, so someone told us we didn't have to jump over something. Okay, but
don't
we can
remember.
crouch. We can crouch and we can jump.
Yup.
Oh, what was the faster button? Go faster. Go faster.
A.
Go fastest.
Oh, it is. Oh, good God's sake!
We do have to jump. We do
Right,
have
well
to jump.
done.
Okay, so jump.
You're not supposed
There
to
we go.
accelerate off the edge, Hajime.
Okay, got it.
Don't bump into the blue.
It's all right. It's just we've not done one of these for ages, and so I'm just like, what are the buttons again? So apparently, yeah, those yellow glowies.
Ah, yeah.
Boop.
Boink.
I had to think.
Question
Okay.
1. Why did Hiyoko's body suddenly appear
was
at the
hidden.
crime
It
scene?
was
hidden.
hidden. Yes. It was hidden. Yay.
Boost.
Whoa. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
We can't slow down too, you know.
Oh. No, we can't. We have to go at full speed.
Gotta
all
go
the time.
fast.
Gotta go fast. Question,
Question
2.
2. What did the killer use to hide her body?
Ah!
The wallpaper.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Because
Nearly
they
missed it.
fixed it to the baton lighting and up it went.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Doop-a-doop.
And then they just pulled it off, like, later, like, in between.
And we figured it out without diving down on the snow slope in our mind palace.
Oh,
it's a ramp.
Christ,
Oh, it's a
wagons.
ramp. Okay. It's all right. I thought it was an obstacle. I was like, oh god.
Oh, shit, no.
Boing.
Question 3.
How
How did the killer hide
body?
her body with the wallpaper?
They covered the pillar.
They covered the pillar.
Daddy, what have you done?
No, it's because I was thinking they formed a wall around the pillar with the paper. But yes, they covered the pillar. I know.
That's why it's called wallpaper, because you make it into a wall.
Yay! Rainbow Road.
We're big brained, except Pete didn't. But it's okay.
Pete forgot how to jump.
Pete forgot how to do.
You
things.
gotta jump to jump. Video game donkey.
I got it. Hiyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden
I
body.
got a hamster hair in my ear.
It's like, what? Jumpy, get out of there. No, the body was already taped up, and the killer hid it, along with the pillar, using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar.
That's what I just said. Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
Killer pillar.
Killer pillar.
Miller. Stiller.
Oh yeah, and there you are. You can see it. You
Yeah.
can see that it's clearly bigger than the other one. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh,
That's what she said.
That's what she said. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hiyoko's body was already there.
yeah.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, I think there was kind of more pressing matters that you first saw when you went in there.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper.
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
I mean, although there, it doesn't actually really look like that's the case, but whatever. Whatever.
Then the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was it to make it look like that pillar?
That's how they hid Hiyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the venue.
But the killer made a mistake. they accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. If their plan took too long, Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body in the pillars, very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much. Oh, since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. That seems weird. Anyway, they just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
Oh, wrong one.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once, but what is that?
Are you
Well,
kidding?
it's a murder that imitates something else.
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D.
Hey! Don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission!
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats moss balls.
I don't eat moss balls! I just enjoy looking at them!
Like, okay.
Okay.
I knew it! There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes are replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
Well, why did the killer go to all the trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie, I should be able to explain that
Because
now.
they like movies.
To mix up the killing order.
Because they like movies. How about this? The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so we'd mix up the killing order. Then,
Wait a minute.
Then-
That sounds like the same scam that Celeste pulled with Justice Hammers. The Justice
Oh,
Hammers.
yes.
then Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning. Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well. What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
It's like, what are you even on about?
I'm not even crying. I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
Okay.
What a jerk! Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right? Oh. An even bigger jerk? Masaka! Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What? What's wrong with that?
But it seems like Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before
Was you
Ibuki.
referring to the slippers because they've got blood on them?
No, because if it...
I read the line.
No, I know. Sorry, Sarah said a thing about, like, is that because of the slippers? But I don't think that... That doesn't make sense, because the blood was on the bottom of the slippers, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But, like, there's no blood on Ibuki, so...
Yeah, but so it being on the bottom of the slippers doesn't necessarily...
No, but it suggests, like, she's walked through blood somewhere.
Oh, yes, I suppose it does, doesn't it? Yes.
Because I doubt someone's going to stick her slippers on and walk through it, or she's not going to walk through it after she's dead.
It's
is
all right.
she?
I was for some reason, yeah, I was thinking that like Hiyoko was murdered in front of her, and like the blood would have gone on the top of them, not underneath. But no, you're right. She's stepped in it. Yep. Okay.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately. Man, he's being annoying again. First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that? Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
I do really like Chiaki's grumpy face.
So pouty.
I know.
She's
He's so cute.
Uh-oh, the Davies are out.
Oh no!
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
I had to get the shot of them all. Sorry.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles.
Talk in circles?
Talk in circles.
Talk in circles?
Talk in circles. Oh no!
It's happening again!
You guys are wasting the episode time again.
Sorry, Chiaki.
I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status. Status? Status?
Status.
I think it's best.
Status.
Status.
The status.
Wait,
Examine the status.
I guess is it status or star?
Status.
I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's
Status.
status when Hiyoko was killed.
I think we tend to say status. It's
Yeah.
Status.
The status.
Examine the status.
Examine the Barbara. Status.
She's still pouting.
Blood on the souls, yeah, it's good.
Blood on the soul.
So, when Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor. I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign that
Oh,
she
there you
stepped
go.
on
Blood on the
something?
shoes. Agree with the statement. Yep.
Were there even any footprints in the crime scene?
Maybe her feet were on the floor, but she was like sitting or something? So instead, there'd be a mark on her
For
ass.
God's sake.
Weak, 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 I say. It doesn't even pierce my heart.
I guess, yeah, we
Muda, 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 muda.
Kazuichi, honestly.
Chiaki said Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed, but is that really true?
The problem is, like, Gundam's voice is, like, softer and in a lower register, but then when he gets louder, it's kind of like, you know,
It's hard for me to do it more
Yeah,
loudly.
There we go. Agree with that one.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with you. Sonia, just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on
Something.
that
Something.
was blood. There were faint bloodstains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries. Then it's Hiyoko's blood?
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck, and she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
uh-oh.
I object, sir.
Uh-oh.
I object.
Oh no.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean... have you got a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? Huh. That's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
Let's just get it over with.
What the fuck is going on?
We'd like to know that too, Kazuichi.
This is, yeah, Gundam. off-
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems like you've realized our difference in
Hajime's just
status.
like,
Status.
Hajime's just like,
Kane's like, I have no idea what's happening right now.
However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
This isn't about entertaining you. It's about finding the murderer.
Yes, it is! It is my world, Hajime, and you merely reside in it.
You are such,
Are you not entertained?
you're such a moron. Now we've got to see Pete fumbling over the buttons again. Oh no.
Draw your weapon, knave.
Yay. Oh, God. Nope, it's not that one. It's the analog stick. Saying, Hiyoko.
Ha! Impossible. Bugada!
No blood on the floor.
Except for the blood that was never there. It had been kind of wiped up though, so unless it like the shuffling, like Ibuki shuffled through it.
Yeah. Despite his exaggerated protests, I feel like I've already seen an opening to counter. I just don't know what it is. Is this a trap? Right, let's just get that. What? Oh, because I cut through the blood.
You gotta find the sword that counters his statement.
Yeah. I'm just being stupid. Oh no.
Cross swords. Uh-oh.
What?
Oh
No way!
Oh, Guntam beat
What
you.
the? Okay. Just a little bit more and I can draw something out next time. Right, so hang.
I'm not even using 5% of my power, Hajime.
So what is it? Hang on, rope used to be hand.
Smudge on the floor.
Smudge on the floor, yeah.
Oh God, which?
Yeah, there was no
Which
blood on the floor.
button
The
is
smudge on the
it?
floor. Oh God!
No.
So it begins.
I used the sword on the thing. Take that, you son of a. Advance. Okay. As long as Ibuki's body has no open wounds, there's no doubt that that blood is Hiyoko's. Hiyoko is.
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, yes?
Sorry, I know it's too quick.
However, you cannot step in the pillar with your feet.
I had to use over 60% of my.
I've had to use 60% of my
For
power.
God's sake, it's so awkward to do this with a controller. I draw out the story, there won't be any. If I draw out the story, there won't be any place for me to counter? Just as I thought. That word from earlier was the opening for his rebuttal. In order to bring back the topic, looks like I have to be pushed back on purpose. Right, so what the hell is it? What is... I can't actually remember what the word that he said is because I'm sort of too distracted.
There's no
It was blood, wasn't it?
blood, yeah.
Smudge on the floor, rope used for hanging, motel room key, scrap of thick paper.
It's gotta be
What?
smudge on the floor, surely.
Step ladder. There was blood on the step ladder. Could have come off a shoe. Let's try this one. You're saying that's impossible. Under the crime scene. No, there was no blood on the floor.
What's wrong? Have you reached your limit?
I won't be able to count. I'm gonna think it. Oh my goodness, I'm being so stupid.
It's gotta.
It's
Are you
got to be
sure
smudge
it's
on the floor,
that?
but it wouldn't let me do it.
So no, I think this one you just have to slice and then until you get to the dual part. I think that was the
Yeah.
point. Is it was a trap. So don't use it. Slice it, and then when it, once you cross swords and win, we'll move to the next one.
Ibuki has no open wounds. There was no doubt.
And then he was saying you have to just wait.
Oh right. Oh okay.
I don't know then.
Right. There was no blood on the floor.
No, you don't use it on that one.
Yeah.
You just...
To go past. Wounds, no doubt. Right. Proud of yourselves. But nearly 3 years since I've had to overcome 60% of my power. Come on, actually slash! If I draw out the story, there won't be any place for me to counter, just as I thought. That word from earlier was the opening for his rebuttal. In order to bring back the topic, looks like I have to be pushed back on purpose, which is suggesting we have to go back to the previous round.
So maybe it is the stepladder on the blood?
Well, no, I tried that.
We tried it and it didn't work.
Oh.
Do we like have to cut here?
No, this is what I mean.
Right.
I'm gonna try.
So you've got to
Yeah,
lose.
I'm gonna just try and.
Because there's no statement that you can
I
counter.
am just gonna try and just see if we get to the exceed section. What happens? Although I can't actually get there. Okay, right. So we have to lose. Whap, 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 whap. Yeah. Right. Book belong to Hiyoko. Heart impossible. Oh shit. It's Sorry, there was no blood on the floor. Oh, you can't step on the blood, it was never there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I didn't think it was. It makes no sense because surely it's the other one. The smudge on the floor. Scrap of thick paper. Smudge on the floor. It's gotta be. Oh, fuck. I don't like it. Can't just listen to what you're saying. I also need to respond.
We're trying!
Am I just forgetting to press a button?
There we go!
Frick! I totally did that!
Yeah, it kicked it off!
That was the first one that I did! Ugh! Fucking game. Right. So I'm sorry for wasting all of our health. That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
So I'm gonna like headcanon that as it's because Gundam is so freaking like bananas that he was able to just like mess with us.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah,
what that,
totally that.
That's what it
Yep.
was. Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where the blood was wiped away. Where blood was wiped away, sorry.
When the killer tried to hide Hiyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they were able to hide Hiyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hiyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding would stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us are aware of that fact, so the killer probably didn't know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file, just to keep concrete evidence from us. Wait.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki. It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions. Can't you just shut up and back
I
off?
agree.
No.
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma
You shut up
first.
as well. Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Suicide?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish. But I guess in a pinch I can always punish Monami. Why me?
Nagito, what do you mean if the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hiyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. Or,
Yeah.
what was really... Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But I'm wondering if Ibuki
Like,
was
yeah,
really
yeah, it
murdered.
was really-
Okay, gotcha. It's just for whatever reason, the phrasing. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hiyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right? That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with! She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body
Yeah.
soon after means The killer had to be alive at that time. Then she was alive. I just.
Should have done that.
When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and messed with the crime scene.
Pretty sure you can't get out of hanging there and come out of that alive.
Yeah, she'd have to have some.
Unless you used like a
have to have
harness
some
or something.
heckin'
But
strong neck muscles.
Yeah.
And she hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that!
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chose hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan. I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
You son of a...
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Huh? Oh yeah, the candle.
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the ladder, or stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something.
Perhaps they can remotely control hamsters,
No,
and they
she-
used the hamsters to guide her onto the ladder. Who could do such a thing? Where would they get the hamsters?
I can see where they're going because she had the gullible disease. So I suppose if
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
said go hang yourself, she probably would. at that
Okay.
Okay, I will go hang myself
Yeah.
immediately. I don't know anything about that.
point. Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi.
Oh goodness.
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right? It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature. If it did, I'd have used it for
Oh
something else.
no.
Like Miss Sonia in the shower.
I mean, for recording wildlife. Jesus, guys.
By wildlife, I mean
I mean a wild
the delightful
Sonia.
Miss Sonia.
The great-breasted princess.
We've destroyed Taylor. He's gone.
Look, I just wanted to see some blue-footed boobies and a magnificent pair of tit.
No, wrong one.
The video Hajime saw was actually live?
Hajime.
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 What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. Morning. I know, I call it that. Morning. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time.
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Okay.
I love it when she commands me like that.
Okay.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane,
What about
right?
the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room. I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be. My own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi then, Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
Oh no! The murder supposedly happened before and during the morning announcement. The person who doesn't have an alibi for that time. So who does not have an alibi? Oh God. I suppose we haven't heard what Mikon was doing. She was at the
Well,
hospital.
Hiyoko said
Yeah.
she was with him, but disappeared for a little
Yeah,
bit.
but asleep in a room. But he was in his cottage. They're saying during the announcements, right? Hajime.
I guess it was because Mikon came to wake Hajime up. So the question is what she was doing before that.
Yeah. But if everyone else, like, Fuyuhiko's asleep in his cottage, the others were asleep at the motel. Did Akane say that she was asleep in a?
Well, Akane and Nagito were at the hospital.
Yes. So we don't know what Mikon was doing. So it's
Yeah. All we know is that she went to wake Hajime up and then wrapped herself around him like a boa constrictor.
So hang on. So what was
What about
Mikon's?
See, yeah, Mikon.
Gundam's at the motel with everyone, with the others.
Yeah, Mikon, like, she was.
Right up until the announcement, she was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check everyone. And so there we go. Right up until the announcement. So she disappeared around the announcement. According to her. So, should we try... there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Boom. No, you're wrong! What a shot, though.
Yeah.
Boom! It's like, hold on.
Oh no, it's establishing that they do have an alibi. Two of them have a solid
Hold on.
alibi.
Not all of
I
us are
guess.
missing an alibi. In fact, Mikon and I both have alibis.
You don't have alibis?
Okay, so I got there by going from the completely the wrong direction. a typical Phoenix Wright move. Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikon and I were actually together for a while. I'm not going to say what we were doing.
We even woke up together that Oh, that's the
Okay.
wrong voice again!
Yeah.
I'm confusing my characters! God damn it! We even woke up together that morning!
Oh, so she's going to tell him. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey! What kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
I'm not quite sure you would accidentally fall asleep on top of me in my frickin' cottage! Turning into Monokuma again! Monokuma.
Too much info.
It's not like that. She just came to tell me that Nagito's condition had improved.
Then we went to the hospital together afterwards, so we were together right up right until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway. So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder? Is that really all it was? Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process. Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
You saying there was another reason?
I don't know, dude. Just asking questions. I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Killer had a different reason?
The killer had a different
They
reason.
had a different reason. If that's the case, Are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap? Set by one of us? If so, then whose? And what kind of trap is it?
I guess we'll find out next time.
Oh no, suspended.
Suspended.
I guess we need to hear some Monokuma stuff.
Oh,
Hello?
I'm Monami.
And Monami.
Well, hello. Why, hello there, Monami. The moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it! Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls!
And here's some chance time!
What's that?
Now then, Monami's appeal time starts now.
Appeal time?
Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck! Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss.
That's 99% your fault!
While you were whining, your sleep's already. Sorry, your sleep? Sleep? Why did I
Sleep?
say
Sleep?
That
What
looks
the
nothing like that. What the?
Okay.
What happened to your brain there?
I think I must have seen like Simple and like Sleep Time.
I think Pete needs a nap, is what he's saying.
I read ahead to Simple and like got Sleep Time, I was gonna say.
While you were whining, your time's already running out. So please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so.
That's too long! It'll just be a boring appeal!
Come on! If your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way.
Then... I'm Usami! Magical miracle girl Usami! I'm an itty-bitty girl who's sweet like milk!
Jeez! And I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best. What a disappointment.
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever!
Robot's little sister. I mean, I guess he's referring to himself.
Monokuma
yeah.
is the robot.
Well, yes. I wondered if it was referring to anything else.
I'm Monami! Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation! Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness! Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead! No! This definitely cannot be allowed! That's why I want you to remember this! Everyone, do your best! Don't do this to yourself! And don't forget to say frequently!
Thank you.
You're
We have.
I feel like I just had this weirdest dream right now. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence? Does something like that even exist?
Huh? It suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could
Oh, for
die from
fuck's sake.
self-loathing.
I wish I could die from your incessant
Whining.
whining.
No, Sarah, don't die. You've got to
You've
live
got to
on.
instill hope into everybody else.
Man, this again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how you feel, Akane.
Oh, if that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had
Oh
gone
yeah,
ahead
why
and killed
couldn't
me
they?
too.
Why couldn't they?
If that happened, the well, because of the two murders.
That's true.
rule. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So
He's
why
also
didn't
not
they
a
do
Tin Man.
that?
Just to put that out there.
I don't have a heart.
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place. And then I'd have to get really angry.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that. Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
Kazuhichi.
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete. Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule. It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. about the lion that got killed second. That's the one Hiyoko's body was imitating, right?
Yeah.
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by
the only
arrows,
thing
right?
that was similar is the tying them up.
But Hiyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning,
Yeah.
they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned? I'm saying Hiyoko's murder wasn't. What?
Hiyoko's murder? Wasn't planned?
I understand the imitation wasn't enough, but are you making a bunch of assumptions?
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
Why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
That's
And that's
Sonia's
Sonia's
statement.
account, yeah. So, you're saying the truth behind Hiyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say. However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark days of distraction are getting riled up.
Really getting riled up. He's so sleepy from getting riled up.
If he was awake, his conscious power would destroy the fabric of reality around him.
Like our boy Bagheera.
Yes.
Why Hiyoko went to the music venue? If that's the key to all this, I need to find that out. No matter the cost!
Yeah, I think Hiyoko was killed and Ibuki walked in on it, and that's why they had to do something about it, I think. I'm thinking.
Yeah, probably.
Was
Yeah.
Sonia's statement in there? I didn't see it.
Well, hang on. Right, so,
Why did Hiyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we know that!
maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe she went off of her own free will.
Yeah.
Or she was guided by the will of causality. What?
Taylor is just Kazuhichi at this point.
I do like Kazuichi just like, what the hell are you talking about?
What is this?
I'm not a brain surgeon, but at this point, I feel like I need to try to look over inside of your head and see what the hell's going wrong.
I need to find out why Hiyoko went to the music venue first. Okay, so
Sonia's
yeah, but it's
account.
not in here.
Not in there.
Scrap of paper, music when you
Motel room key?
maybe. Someone summoned her. I'm presuming we can't like.
No, we can't do that one.
Yeah, we can't hoover any of these.
Oh, that's why she went there of her own free will
She had the
because
key.
she had the key
Yeah.
with her.
Yep. I agree with that.
Well done, Taylor.
Yay! Like, I knew it was to consent on that statement. It was just with what item.
Yeah.
It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hiyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone
There's no
called
way
for
she
them.
got abducted?
Hiyoko locked the room, saying she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time
Killer
to
could
lock
have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got abducted?
But the time frame, like, how would they have done it in time?
Well, and the key was buried
Yeah.
deep in
Well,
her
that's the
kimono.
thing.
They wouldn't have
they'd
had
have to
been
like
able
go
find
back,
the key.
lock the door, run back, and it's just like there's no time. Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
Oh. Are you saying my gut was wrong? This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
Let it shine. No, that's not the issue.
Shut up! Along with your fancy talk, I'll shut you up right now!
Oh boy, we get to watch Pete fail again. Step out of a candle, smudge on the floor, make account, surveillance camera.
Sonia's account there.
Yep.
Sonia's
There's so many
account,
things.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into her room. Forcibly abducted her.
The girl was so small and weak, that's why the killer targeted her. Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
The Hiyoko's room was locked.
We can't all be giant titty monsters,
Inside her
you
kimono,
know.
remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
Advance. There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body.
It's all messed up.
She fought the killer.
Boom. No, that's wrong. Allow me to cut through those words. There we go.
There we go. That's
I'm
the,
just like,
that's the one.
I'm
That's
sure
the
there's one I'm missing. I'll make that one comment happy. The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
Yes. Yeah. 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 It's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Hiyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. And that is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it. Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer? But
What?
But was that the reason that her kimono was all messed up?
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
But did she? Did she go to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono?
I guess so. What are you trying to do here?
End the episode.
What? No way! You can't just end it here. It's just getting good.
I know, but unfortunately, I must redeem my title as the ultimate cliffhanger.
No!
And proceed to end the episode.
Oh no! But our commenters, they're gonna get all ragey and
I
angry.
know,
they're
I'm
gonna
sorry.
they're gonna punch their fists into the
I'm
walls.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I just want some chocolate milk.
But anyway, on that note, thank you for watching our silliness once again. If you do like what we do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you get notified of our video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday.
And share with your friends.
Yeah, share with your friends.
And until next time, we'll see you again.
See you later, everybody.
And remember, if you're gonna stand next to Gundam for an extended period of time, take an aspirin or a paracetamol beforehand because, oh boy, do I have a fucking headache!